So, as well as old electronics, I also like terrible old pieces of, what would you call this? Not quite art, but house tat, I guess. The sort of thing that you would find in a house in sort of the late 50s, early 60s. I also have a much larger version. Look at that. It's just quite, yeah. I really like it. Other people will absolutely hate it. But I want to see how much of a shine I can get on these things. I'm convinced I might be able to get something a little bit better than what we have at the moment. So I'm going to kick off proceedings with a bit of isopropyl alcohol to try and get rid of that, which is obviously where a price label was stuck. So we're going to try that first off. There we go, we'll just leave that to soak for a bit. You can also use this to have a look and see what sort of dirt we get off of it as well. Although I'm not convinced that's actually the best thing for the job for getting the sticky stuff off. There is something I've used in the past with car trim called sticky stuff remover, and that actually works really well. You have to spray it and leave it for a certain period of time, but it does seem to really do the job. It's rather surprisingly well. So that doesn't seem to be doing too bad a job. Another thing we can use actually is the caramel wheel. So I think I've got my case around here somewhere. Yes, I do. So we're going to use a low speed drill because we don't want to go too bonkers with this. We're going to use probably this wheel and this fluffy thing that I've got in my hand, which is a buffer of sorts. So we've got that, and we've got this, which you use normally on car trim, so sticky sort of side trims on cars, or anything that you want to remove from the paintwork without actually damaging the paintwork. So let's pop this in. And let's see if this gets rid of this. And yes, it does actually. That's good. So we'll just give that. There we are. So I'm not too sure about these bits. These must be bits that have become tarnished over the years. However, let's get some polish and see what we can do with this tool. Okay, I will be back shortly. Right, we're going to start off with something a little bit simple. We're going to use this G3, which you would normally use on car paintwork, and I've also used it before to polish up plastics. Not just car headlight plastics, but also plastics on other things. So, oh, okay. Okay, I am pleasantly surprised. That has come up rather well. So, the next thing I'll do is I'll basically do the rest of the plates using that. So I'll go round this outside first, and then I'll focus on the inside. And then, I'll be honest with you, I'll probably just finish off with a bit of wax, so sort of automotive wax, just to sort of try and seal in that shine. But that's quite surprising, I wasn't expecting that. Was not expecting that at all, actually. So let's do a little bit of that all the way around. Let's get cracking. Okay, that is a rather impressive shine. So I'll just take this off camera a minute and just see if I can give it a bit more of a polish. But that has certainly transformed this outer edge and this sort of inner bit of decoration. The next bit, which will be quite tricky, is the boat, because there's a lot of sort of relief detail to it. So, in other words, it's bumpy. And yeah, that is a lot better. So that's what we've ended up with. And if I grip the enormous one, that's a comparison with, I guess, what we started with. So they were both similarly tarnished. Before, after, well, not quite, but you get the picture. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the central area, and knowing me, I'll probably use way too much of this because that's what I intend to do. However, I did manage to use all of it on there. So let's see what we can do with this one. Yeah, that's actually come back quite nice. I'll just take this off camera again, give this another wipe down. Right, be a little bit more drastic with this stuff, just try and get anything out that shouldn't be in there. There we go. Just want to work into there, just get any of that dirt from the polishing process, just really get it out. At this particular point, a toothbrush would be useful as well, so that would certainly be something that you could employ. I think I'm managing to do okay by just getting in there with this cloth. And that has actually, once we do this, and give it a little bit more there, we'll give it all the wipe over. So that's what it looked like originally, and that is what we've managed to get out of it. I am pretty impressed with that. So, final thing to do, certainly for this one, is to first off let the isopropyl evaporate, and then give it a wax. So let's go and grab a suitable wax. So wax-wise, I'm just going to use this Bilton Amber stuff which I've had a lot of success with on the various cars. So let's grab some of that onto a cloth. There we go. And just liberally cover the whole lot with the wax. There we go. And now we'll give it a buff. So to do the buffing, I have another tool which should be suitable. And if I can find it, we will use this. Right, let's give it a wipe for that camera. And that is the end result. I am really pleased with that. That has come up a lot better than I expected it to. Now, we also have the much larger one, and I will be interested to see how that comes out. So let's put this to one side, because that one is sorted. And here's the much larger one. So we're going to do the same thing with this price label. There we go, that's the price label out the way. This one will probably be quite a bit more difficult because there's a lot of relief elements to it. So bumpy bits, basically. Lots and lots of bumpy bits. So what are we going to do about those? Well, we're going to try our best. We're not aiming for a really sort of fantastic finish, just something that's a bit shinier than it is at the moment. So what shall we do? We'll start with the outer edge again. There we go. And we're going to be using again, obviously this, the G3 scratch remover. And let's give it a go, see what happens. This one is quite heavily soiled, so let's bring out the big guns. In other words, the mains electric drill, or one of my mains electric drills. So we've got the old Black & Decker. This dates from approximately, according to Argos catalogues that I've seen, about 1981 or so. So it is an old drill, but it is surprisingly good at being a sort of a drill. Well, really. So let's. Well, that was a lot. That was a heck of a lot, actually. It's covered everything with muck and dirt and just lots of stuff. So I would personally stick to the slower drill, which isn't anywhere near as violent as the much faster drill. That would be my recommendation. However, saying that, what kind of finish has it given us? Actually not bad at all. So we'll do this again with some of this, just to give it a bit of coverage. So this is obviously quite a bit of isopropyl, so open the window. Make sure you've got plenty of ventilation. Now for this, I will try and find my toothbrush that I use for this sort of thing. So no toothbrush, but we are managing to make some pretty spectacular inroads into getting rid of this polish and buff residue. Just need to basically just scrub like so. Obviously make sure that you are doing this in a well ventilated area, because this stuff is very effective but also quite potent. But as you can see, it is doing the job of getting this cleaned up after that initial buff. And there we go, that's just doing all right. That's actually looking all right. Not bad at all. So let's just do this bit again. There we go. And next thing is to just give this a wipe over, which I'll do off camera. Now for the final polish, I'm going to use the standard slow speed drill because that fast drill is too fast. Although it has accelerated the process, it's a little too much. So it's done exactly what I wanted it to, but it does leave quite a bit of a mess. You do get a lot of off spray coming off of it. So I'll just clean the area up a little bit. Let's move these out of the way. There we go, that's better, that's a lot better. Right, let's grab these, pop them outside, and then we'll be back for the polish. Right, now for the final polish. So, use the built-in hammer again. And just give that, just generally make sure that it's spread all over the horrendous looking plate ornament wall piece, which as I say, I really like. I wouldn't have purchased it for £3 if I didn't like it. The other one was £2, and when you can get grade A tat like this, it's a small price to pay, quite literally. A small price for a piece of history. These would have been the equivalent, I guess, of having live, laugh, love, live, love, laugh, home, love, laugh murals in your house, which are of an acquired taste. But I think these are classier because you've got a more sort of nautical theme and it's gold. And as we know, as experience and society have always taught us, there is nothing classier than gold. Look how gold it is. Gold. That is the end result, and I'm rather pleased with that. That is more than acceptable, as is that one. So it's quite the transformation. They were both quite heavily tarnished, and with approximately, I don't know, probably 45 minutes worth of work, I've managed to get this. Honestly, not bad at all. And that's actually going to be it for today. If you have found this video entertaining and interesting and useful, then why not subscribe and hit that like button. And once again, thank you very much. Take care and see you soon.